We have the iconic Elecraft KX2, one of the most favorited QRP radios in existence.
We're camping this weekend at a POTA location, and we put this through its paces. POTA hunting, POTA activating, a ragchew by the fire, all the things.
This is on loan from our friend Steve, KJ4 LAB. Thank you so much. In this video, we're going to sum up our thoughts after having used it this weekend, but it's not going to be a detailed technical review, more like our overall impressions after having used it. So if you're in the market for a new QRP radio, or you already have one and you're thinking about whether or not to add this to your arsenal, this is for you.
Right. This is really from our perspective, which is kind of CW biased, and what we thought of the radio over the weekend.
Yeah, we love the outdoors and doing outdoor adventures, so for us, those kind of things are important to being able to bring it with you anywhere and get on the air quickly. First off, this is the KX2. When we talk to people with more experience than us, hands down, this is the radio that's most often cited as their absolute favorite, and there's a good reason. It's attractive, functional, and well known for its good performance. It comes in a relatively small package. It fits in a built-in ATU or antenna tuner and battery into the little case. It's considered a QRP radio because it normally operates at 5 watts, but you can crank it up to 10 watts if you are using the internal battery and it's fully charged.
The main question for us is, how does it compare to the other QRP radios that we have the most experience with? We have a ton of experience with tiny little QRP radios. We have a ton of outdoor adventures where we take the radios hiking, do POTA, sota activations, and really appreciate the freedom that comes with being able to pack a full kit less than a pound. But how does this compare?
This is the QMX from QCX Labs. This is a 5-watt radio that supports 5 bands. It comes in 3 different varieties of different selections of 5 bands. It's mostly a CW radio, but it also does SSB.
This radio is kind of the firstborn sibling of the QMX. This is the QCX-mini. It comes for about $125 as a fully built kit, or less than $100 if you want to build it yourself.
Which you did.
Which I've actually done. It's not that bad. But this is just a 1-band receiver, but you can pick which band that you would like to purchase.
Yeah, but it's hard to beat that for a price performance for any kind of radio.
Right. And lastly, this is the CFT1. It's also a 5-band transceiver with similar features.
Yeah, that one's about $400 fully built with a touch of you get what you pay for. It's got similar features, but it's a well-justified upgrade with a little tad bit more performance. It's acting like it's about to rain, in which case we're kind of stuck here with our radios until it calms down. Here's a look at all the radios side by side so you can generally see how they compare. Without the battery and the tuner installed in the KX2, they generally are about the same weight, like unless you're a backpacker and weighing every gram. But with the tuner and battery installed, it's kind of hard to beat the convenience of being able to just grab it and go and bring it anywhere. If a tuner is important to you, that's probably a pretty big difference, and the tuner has a great reputation. We typically use antennas that have a really good match, either really efficient antennas that are resonant or ones that have a good SWR, so we don't tend to use an antenna tuner.
Now let's talk about some of the key differences. So obviously the elephant in the room is the cost of this. So in general, you're going to spend about $2,000 on this kit. Yes, the base price might be around $1,200, but with the built-in antenna tuner and battery, and you're going to probably want the key, you're going to end up walking away at about $2,000. So that really is the main difference with this upgrade.
The QMX is about $200 fully built, so it's about 10 times the price of the QMX. First off, the KX2 is a fully assembled premium field radio. It covers the 80 meters through 10 meter bands. The other QRP radios tend to have 5 bands, with the QCX-mini having just 1 band. And you can also, in receive mode, you can listen to things outside of the ham bands with the KX2. So if you want to do shortwave listening or things like that. The KX2 also has full SSB support and includes a microphone. The QMX also supports SSB, but it requires a little bit of DIY for the microphone. KX2 goes up to 10 watts on a fully charged battery. All of these are super low power. The QMX and QCX-mini in particular are quite a bit leaner in that regard, and they only sip on battery power. But in the end, all of these are going to give you like 8 hours plus of operating time on CW and QRP. All right, now for what you came for. Maybe you've got one of those other QRP radios and you're wondering like, what am I missing out for? Or you're thinking about upgrading and you're wondering whether or not it's a good decision or not.
Like, should I spend the money and go buy this radio?
This reminds me of a story from when I was shopping for bikes. I was at a bike shop and I was telling the guy, I've never really owned one of those really, really nice fancy bikes, like top of the end. I was like, if I could buy one of those, I'm gonna go like that much faster. Like how much faster can I expect to go, that kind of thing. And he said, it's really about the engine. And he could tell that I looked really, really confused. And he's like, you're the engine, regardless of what bike you have. And I think similarly, when it comes to CW, Morse code, like your brain's the decoder and it's really about the mental exercise. So yes, there are more features, but just for the general experience of going out and doing POTA and sota, I think that
any one of these radios is probably...
Yeah, just get any of them if you're interested, and then if you get really, really interested in it and you want some of these other advanced features we're about to cover, then that might be a sign that this would be the radio for you. We only use the radio for the weekend, so I'm sure we missed some really important things, so please leave a comment to let other people know the important stuff that we left out, but this just a few things that come to mind. First, it has a super high contrast, big display with lots of knobs and buttons. It makes it way easier to navigate through things. So for instance, you can use just one knob and quickly adjust the keyer speed to just really quickly match the speed of somebody else. I found myself doing that more than I ever have before when we were using this radio. Also, it has a built-in speaker. We don't always operate from places where we don't have to use headphones, but it was just really, really nice being able to just be able to hear it right on there. I think that guy might be about to dive down into the water. No, he's gone, he's leaving. Probably my favorite feature that this radio has that the other ones doesn't is the adjustable filters. So right there, that little mountaintop there is the width of the filter. I think normally it's at 300 hertz. I think most of the QRP radios are 300 or 500, I believe. You can push this button to adjust the filter, and then you can adjust it. So you can zoom way in and set it to just, I think that's 50 hertz. If you want to just eliminate everything other than that signal, and then you can widen it up and go as wide as you want. Move it side to side, and you can visually see what you're doing to adjust the filters. It also has some other features you're just really not going to find on some of the other ones, like it has dual receive. I think you can even listen to 2 different frequencies at the same time. It also has DSP-based noise reduction and noise blanking. There's also a stereo audio feature that separates the tones from the noise based on what you can hear in your left and your right ear, which I haven't heard about anywhere else other than this radio. Another feature that I really like is called APF, or audio peaking filter. What it does is it boosts the CW signals with a really narrow filter and a high gain filter to make the CW signals just really pop out. So you just long press it and then it engages it, and then now when you do tuning, it's really, really fine tuned. So you just go right to the signal, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Another neat feature is the CWT right here, where you can see exactly where the zero beating is. So you can see where someone else's signal is compared to where you are, and you can fine tune into that as well.
We didn't have time to play with it, but you can do PSK31 and RTTY RTTY digital modes directly from this without a PC, which is really cool, being able to key it in CW and then it sends it out and then it displays the decoded message on the radio itself. So that's really it in a nutshell. This really is a fantastic radio. Like, if you want the features that are in it, being able to have a convenient antenna tuner built into the radio, that it really does a fantastic job. Being able to do digital modes directly from your radio, being able to listen to shortwave radio, being able to use super advanced filtering techniques and things like that, and all these buttons for being able to get to all of those features. It really is in a totally different class. But these are just fantastic little radios, and it's amazing that for $200 you can get a radio that you can have all the adventures. I mean, we're basically having the exact same kind of adventures. So it's kind of a nuanced thing that we're trying to say, is that yes, this is for a reason, a premium packed radio, and it's an amazing radio. Right. And if this is what you have, there's no reason not to be content with this radio, because you really can have pretty much the same kinds of adventures with this.
Right. Like, we've been adventuring and playing radio for 2 years, and we've used the QCX and the QMX probably 90% of the time. Would we go back and wish we had this? Not really. Would it be fun to have this? Probably.
Yeah, in the end, it feels like it's so much like so many other things in life. There's a reason why there's a premium version of different things, and if you're really, really into something in particular and you appreciate those kinds of things, for those kind of people, like, this is an awesome radio.
Yep. It's kind of like a key that gets you on the air. It's just a button, or would you buy a Bengali? The reason we borrowed this from Steve is because he's been lusting after one for probably a couple years now, and we saw it at Hamfest. We also got to try Mike N8YO's ICOM 705, which was also a really fun experience.
Yeah, and that just gave us a taste for this premium class radio and the kind of things that we're missing. And there's just so many dynamics. The ICOM 705, it's a little bit heavier, but it's got that gorgeous waterfall. I'm a little bit addicted to waterfalls. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
If you found this video helpful and you were looking for a way to be able to support us, please like and subscribe. It's a way to support us that doesn't cost anything at all.
Yep. Another way to support us would be to buy one of our straight keys, which we are selling, but we also use some of the proceeds to build and give keys to newly licensed ham and to kids.
And you'll find those at shop.hamradio.com. And we really appreciate the fact that you watch our videos, and there's really no obligation whatsoever to ever buy anything from us. We create things to solve some problems of our own, and then we think, well, we'd like to be able to share them with other people if they happen to be interested, and it does support us also. 73.
73. And wait, 72.
I just had a...
That wasn't a wasp, it's a fly.
I don't know. Rewatch the video and then show.
It was a fly. Of course, when you want to film a video, it's about to downpour.
If you appreciate all the trouble that we go to, please like and subscribe.
Yeah, it's about to thunder and lightning on us, but here we are.